and the startup ecosystem over here is starting to mature, and it's starting to get to a point where it's going to make a material difference to anyone who's selling products like ours. So in our case, I mean, we decided to do a launch, an India launch of a product at NASCOM, and that's very meaningful for us, primarily because the number of startups that are there and the kind of maturity that they're showing in terms of being able to use product like ours is phenomenal. So I think what the most important thing for a startup are the kind of team that they have, and I think it's very important to see that the fire in the belly is there. You can't do much of a startup unless you have the guts to actually go all the way, right? I think what I'm seeing as a difference over here, and which is very unique for India, and because India can be a fairly jugadu type of environment, but in this case, I'm seeing a very dramatic difference and change in the way startups are thinking. Startups are looking at how can we do better than the most competitive counterpart, which is in the US, right? And so the one way to do better over here is to provide fantastic support for the products that you launch. And what a great situation to be in, because as a startup, one thing that you can afford is the salaries over here in India, and if you can match up with some of your competitors out there in the US, where they have to sort of their support staff is limited. If you can really provide phenomenal support, quality support, you can make a meaningful difference in terms of your go-to-market and being able to get traction very quickly and very fast. So I think the number one challenge is that if you are a product that is trying to go global, then the credibility issue certainly comes into play. And one of the things that is an easy thing to do is to set up the company in the US right from the beginning. And in fact, I did a session yesterday along with a panel with Anil Advani, who's a US law firm running a law firm called Inventus Law. And I think we had phenomenal sort of crowd over there asking all the right questions. I mean, what should I do? My market's global, or should I set it up in India, or should I set it up in the US? So from that standpoint, setting up in the US makes a lot of sense.